Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Biden has been indicted on criminal tax charges in California. Hit subscribe to this channel right now to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications. Go to hagoodman.com. Patreon is below in the pinned comment, ladies and gentlemen. Super thanks is below as well. This is huge, and before people say, or certain people say, nothing's ever going to happen, it's happening. It's happening in large part as a way to take focus away from Joe, our president. So it is taking place to remove the focus or emphasis on the graft, bribery, pay-to-play, kickbacks that Joe was a part of. Hunter is taking the fall. This is not about Hunter Biden. I mean, it is. He committed crimes. This is like typical, okay? You can look at Tom Fitton and others. Who was it? Clinton? There was a book, several books on the foundation. This is nothing compared to what other Democrats have done. The issue here is Democrats have indicted Hunter, or no, I should say, Hunter was indicted, and what the Democratic Party or what the Biden administration want is an emphasis on Hunter. They're throwing him essentially under the bus. This is going to expedite, actually, a new special counsel when hopefully Trump regains the Oval Office into actual bribery and graft linked to our current president. You'd have to be a complete imbecile or extremely naive not to realize that there was actual graft and bribery schemes taking place. People were giving money to Hunter, millions upon millions in shell corporations, because they knew that the vice president and the eventual president in Joe Biden would help them in some way. There is an email that the New York Post published in 2020 that 50 intelligence officials lied through their teeth about, that said, how could you use your influence on the company's behalf? It's literally right there in one of the emails. That's why the laptop was viewed as a plot by another country. Anything bad for Democrats is always some kind of an attempt by another country to make you vote for Trump. But here, this is the Washington Examiner. Hunter Biden was hit with criminal charges on Thursday, marking the second time he's been indicted since his father took office. Special counsel who is leading the prosecution, brought 9 charges against Biden in Central District of California, alleging the indictment is the first indictment that the first son failed to pay $1.4 million in federal taxes over a 4-year period. Again, this is not, they're going after Hunter to shield the president. So they're shielding President Joe Biden by going after Hunter. This has nothing to do with, I mean, part of it was tax evasion, but this was about a massive bribery and graft scheme. Biden engaged in a 4-year scheme not to pay at least $1.4 million in self-assessed federal tax he owed for tax years 2016 to 2019. Okay, so this is actually going to be part of a much larger investigation. There's really no way that they can circumvent what's taking place. That's why they've indicted Trump on things that the Supreme Court will overturn in terms of convictions. Nothing they've indicted Trump on is even close to this type of this indictment. Nothing. He didn't try to overthrow the country in January. It was a terrible day, yes, but he said he used the word peaceful. Okay, and then you have here Hunter is indicted on federal tax charges. NPR. Special counsel investigating Hunter charged him on 9 counts related to failure to pay federal taxes on millions of dollars in income. Again, it's not about the income that he didn't pay taxes on. It's about the income that he got because of influence peddling. Again, you might say, well, nothing's ever going to happen. It's actually very important that this is taking place because, like I said, this is a mammoth effort. This is a grandiose effort to remove emphasis on Joe before 2024, because that's going to be one of the reasons that Hillary Clinton, for example, becomes the eventual nominee or the eventual person on the Democratic ticket to be presidential pick, nominee or presidential pick in November of 24, it really doesn't matter, like the nomenclature or the semantics. I think it's going to be Hillary Clinton versus Trump. Again, I do think Trump will regain the Oval Office, just like I said in 2016 when nobody believed that Clinton could lose. Every left-leaning person, every far left, every person with the icon of whatever is popular now on their Twitter profile or Instagram, every Democrat, it doesn't matter if you're AOC or if you're to the left of AOC or if you listen to Democracy Now! And read The Nation and Mother Jones, and you're you're even to the left of them, and you're a communist and a socialist, the most communist of socialists, a socialist of communists, or whatever, will vote for Hillary Clinton. I don't care what your hair color is. I don't care, like, the most left-leaning person will vote for Hillary Clinton or risk or lose all their friends, family, or friends, their networking or whatever in their Facebook groups or whatever, whatever, Twitter, Instagram. They'll be shunned. They'll be called a Trump supporter if they don't vote for Hillary Clinton. And Jimmy Kimmel will give a guilt trip every single night. I mean, it really doesn't matter. People who say, oh, Hillary again, no. This is also about the Clintons, okay? The Clintons have no problem with scandal. When they brush their teeth in the morning, they can just eat breakfast. There's a scandal. It doesn't matter. They don't even care, okay? They can actually get away with far worse. But Joe and Hunter are not generally used to this. They need the entire American political establishment. They need the entire American political establishment for them to win. Okay? And Biden was able to win in 2020 because he had social media algorithms, virtually 100% positive news coverage, 50 intelligence officials stating that it was a plot by another country to inform you of Hunter's laptop. They indicted Trump on the absurd notion that simply asking about Biden's potential corruption is an impeachable offense. Well, they used a dossier from another country. I mean, it's like the hypocrisy is unbelievable. But again, most Democrats don't know any of this. They don't know what the Steele dossier is. Bill Maher does not know what the Steele dossier is. He doesn't know who the people at the DOJ or Federal Bureau of Investigation that were fired or let go, what role they had in the Crossfire Hurricane. He doesn't know any. None of these Democrats know anything about the corruption in their political party. Jimmy Kimmel, for example, certainly doesn't even care. They simply have a laser focus on Trump. And the Clintons benefit tremendously from this. Again, it's not like Hillary doesn't write a letter stating that Hunter needs to be indicted. It's obvious that Hunter committed major crimes along with Joe. Hunter is taking the brunt of all of this. That's the point here. Okay? It's not Hunter who should be indicted. It's Joe. Knowing very well he was, okay, they say that there's no evidence. There's a plethora of evidence. He was on phone calls. There are people who will testify that he knew of every business deal, shady, corrupt business deal. He allowed Hunter to go on Air Force Two, okay, and he met Hunter's business associates, and he lied through his teeth saying he didn't. Nothing Trump has been accused of can even compare to this. This is the United States government actually being compromised because of bribery and graft. Okay, and they say Trump tried to incite all of this. Again, these are liberal sensibilities. accusing Trump of everything under the sun, when the reality is he had every right to perform a speech, although that day was a terrible day, should never have happened. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe! And he used the word peaceful. That's the main thing. And then he's a president with the power to declassify. And then the FEC didn't fine him. They fined Clinton anyway for the hush money nonsense. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe!